All right, what's up, guys? Poison here, and I'm back. So this is take two of a video. I recorded this video about 2 hours ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit stoned. I was very tired. I was hungry. It was a strange night. Strange night last night. I'm trying to have this video uploaded as soon as possible. Today is Sunday the 23rd. Hopefully, I have it uploaded before it's too late. But yeah, I tried recording this video. I was just too messed up. I just deleted the video. I'm like, this is not worth uploading. But pretty much, you guys probably saw my last video that I uploaded, or hopefully you did, where I talk about changes coming to the channel, as in, like, I'm changing the intro, I'm changing my header, I'm changing my profile picture. I'm just trying to change it up, make it more modern, more what I'm into. I explained it more in that video, but yeah, I just want to move on and have other stuff in the meantime. I don't know what's going to be in the background of this video. I'm just recording audio, and I will use the audio and piece together video later when I see what I need to cut down. Yeah, last video I was playing Borderlands 3, or the video I recorded that I'm deleting. I was playing Borderlands 3, so I was distracted playing. I was tired. Like, it was not a good video at all. A lot of stumbling, a lot of wait, what? Like, towards the end, I was like so gone. I'm like, what am I talking about? This is terrible. But the point being is, I'm here to record it again. So if you guys don't know, my name is Poison, so I go by here on YouTube, and across my social medias. My name is David. I've been doing YouTube since I was in high school. I actually don't know when I started my channel. I'm going to look that up right now on my phone as I talk, but I've been doing YouTube since at least high school, since about 2014. I for sure want to say is when I started uploading a little bit more seriously. I started my YouTube channel way back in April 2nd, 2010. So yeah, my very early videos were not good whatsoever. I remember doing YouTube, starting out doing airsoft videos that were just complete trash. They were terrible videos. I eventually moved on to gaming, doing Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex, which is the Wii edition of the game, which is actually really fun. I would love to replay that again. But I started doing that, and can I do my oldest video? Yeah, my oldest video was 14 years ago with 310 videos. Then I started moving on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare Reflex. I uploaded a few videos on there. I uploaded 6 videos, it appears. Then eventually, Black Ops 1 came out. I started uploading my little clips from the theater. Those did not that many views, honestly. I'm looking around. I'm like, well, I'm getting like 20, 30 videos. Did some terrible videos that probably shouldn't have been uploaded. A lot of stuff that should probably be taken down, and probably will in the future. I don't know. Modern Warfare 3 came out. I started doing that. Point being is, I started doing a bunch of Call of Duty videos. That was just what I was into. Towards the end of high school, I graduated in 2015. I ended up recording some videos with my friend. I think I uploaded them if they're still on the channel, of him trying to play Mirror's Edge and just completely failing, because he's into games, but he wasn't into like modern games. He was played like N64, Legend of Zelda, that type of stuff, Pokemon and that type of stuff. Either way, 2015 comes around, I graduate. I ended up going and getting a job in 2016. I took like the last half of the year off of 2015. 2016, I started getting serious, started working. I worked with this, I'm just gonna call it security, even though it wasn't actually 100% security. Like, there was some security aspect into it, but it was a lot of setting up for events, a lot of like parking control, and just a bunch of different little side jobs. But I just say security just to make it a lot easier. I did have a guard card. I let it expire because I hated doing security work. But from 2016 up to 2019, for sure, I was just doing the security job. I was going all the way to like Modesto. The furthest I ever went for this job was actually Anaheim, LA, to work at Fontana, the NASCAR place, the track that they have out there, whatever it is. I don't know if it's just NASCAR, but I ended up working in Fontana. It's the first I've ever had to go. Mainly everything was like San Francisco, San Jose, Napa, Modesto, like just Bay Area stuff. The place I frequented a lot was actually the Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, the home of the 49ers. Worked there for a lot. Actually worked the Super Bowl there as a security guard when Super Bowl 50, I think is what it was. And it was cool, but I never liked having to travel so far for work. I was traveling 2 hours a day to go there, 2 hours back, depending on traffic. A lot of events would end at like midnight, so I wouldn't be getting home till like 2 in the morning. It was getting very sketchy. But back in 2018, I ended up getting in a wreck coming home from an event I said I wasn't going to work, but people convinced me to come work it anyways, and I did. And I ended up getting into a really bad wreck. It really messed me up. I was out of a car. And from that point on was really the point that made me say, hey, I don't want to travel so far, because what if this had happened all the way out there, you know? Like, thankfully, I was, if you know the Sacramento area, you know, Northern California, I was traveling between Davis to West Sacramento to get home. Got in the wreck, literally on the overpass closer to like West Sac, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna stick with this for a little bit longer, but I don't want to be doing this anymore. Like, this is not what I want to do. I wasn't getting paid much. I was getting paid fair, but it wasn't anything amazing. It was just kind of like at the price I was getting, or what I was getting paid versus what I had spent in gas and doing all my bills, it wasn't worth it. Because even in our high season, or the, like, what would you call it, when we had a bunch of work, pretty much, it just, the money didn't equal out to what I was getting. There'd be times where I'd have to be gone for like a month, and I was just like, dude, I don't want to do this. This is getting tiring. But back in 2019 for sure, and maybe 2018, while I'm doing all the security work and doing all this stuff, I was still doing YouTube. And I was doing it pretty consecutively, to the point where every day, Monday through Sunday, I would upload 2 videos a day. And it would be 2 separate series. I'd be playing 2 different games. Like, at one point, I'd be playing Resident Evil, and then that'd be like my 2 o'clock video, but I would have a video go out at 6 in the morning that was like Senran Kagura, and I just had all these videos going. I had like certain video sets at certain days, and everything was running good, you know? I mean, think about it. I worked 2 days out of the week if I'm lucky, if not for sure once a week. So I'd have all this time in the world to just sit back, relax, and upload videos. I'm thinking, wait, what was I gonna say here? Then 2019, I also got my girlfriend, my current fiance, and from that point, I'm like, okay, well, I spend more time with her than I do YouTube, and I didn't have a problem with that, and I still don't have a problem with that. But then, for sure, at the end of 2019, like towards the end of 2019, I want to say what, October? I want to say, I'm not quite sure. I ended up getting a job in the automotive industry, because my brother's like, hey, I could give you a day job if you want it. You just need to come down and interview. So I went down, everything went good, and I got into the shop I'm at now, and I'll talk about that in a minute too. Because I'm just talking about who I am, what I've been through, and why I am where I'm at right now. And I was just doing lube tech stuff, just literally oil changes. I wouldn't do brakes, I wouldn't do anything major. I do like a few transmission spill and fills and all that stuff, but I wasn't doing any major work. And back then, when I worked at the shop, I was not liking it. I didn't like the industry. I was like, dude, I'm fucking tired of this. I don't want to work here anymore. I hated it. Well, that attitude really messed me up, because then eventually I just stopped caring about my work and was let go. And at the time too, like a month prior, we hired a new guy who came from a shop up the road from us. He came over to the shop that I'm at, and they never filled his position. So when I got let go, I went and talked to him. I'm like, hey, do you think so-and-so will hire me? And he's like, yeah, go interview. You know, they need someone to replace me. It's all like, I'm pretty sure they'll take you in. So I said, fuck it. I went over, interviewed, and the boss liked me from the get-go. He's like, yeah, we could bring you in right now. This is like on a Thursday, I want to say. And they asked me if I could start tomorrow. I'm all like, unfortunately, you know, I don't know why I said this, but I'm like, yeah, I can't work until Monday. I gotta go do something. You know, I gotta go out of town and help someone. I was like, okay, that's not fine. So I ended up starting on a Monday and doing good, doing all that. Well, I'm at the shop for it would have been 3 years there. And I spent the first time at the shop from 2019, end of 2019 to about 2020, I want to say, just doing lube tech stuff. Well, you know, I get let go there. I go to the new place. They hire me almost instantly. And I was there for almost 3 years. My 3 years would be coming up soon, actually. I don't remember when. I'd have to look through my Snapchat memories, but it was just to the point where I'm all like, I had to leave the shop. But before we get there, I'm doing just oil changes. And the thing is, at my first shop, we had a pit that you would drive over. You go underneath and then you do all your stuff, pull the car out. Really easy. I get to the new shop and I have to learn how to rack cars using lifts. I have no experience with lifts at all. They scared the crap out of me, to the point where a lot of cars I would just lift up the front, or I wouldn't even lift them up. Like I remember doing an oil change on a Honda, and I didn't know how to rack a car. I ended up doing the whole oil change and doing it right on the floor. Like I had to like reach my hand in on memory and be like, oh, that's where the oil filter is. Reach in, like laying on the floor and pull it out and all this. And people looked at me weird, and eventually I started to learn how to rack cars. And I'm doing this for about a year. It's like, okay, cool. I'm starting to get the hang of this. They give me bigger cars to do. So I'm all right, whatever, you know, not a problem. I could do all this. Then about 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, I started doing more stuff. I started learning how to do brakes and do all this extra stuff, rear diffs, front diffs, you know, transmissions, radiators, all that. I started learning how to do all this, and it's going good. Around the end of November, or the year of 2022, it's like a year and a half after I joined there. We had my a year after I joined there, for sure, my fiance gets pregnant. We have our daughter. And my boss was like super happy. He's like, oh, it's your first kid, you know. He's like so excited for me. And then he asked me, he's all like, I was paid at 15 an hour. That's what I was buying at. He's like, hey, you've been with me for a year, right? I'm all like, my year will be coming up soon. He's all like, okay, I'm gonna go talk to so-and-so. We're gonna get you a raise, you know, especially because you're gonna need some little extra for your daughter. So I get a raise. Doing good, you know, go from 15 to 16 an hour. Then eventually they bring on this other kid who, we don't know what he's paid at, but we get word that he's like, oh yeah, they almost matched my pay from Amazon. They brought the kid in to just do tires and do just to clean up. He doesn't do anything else, doesn't actually work on cars himself. They bring him in close to like 20 an hour. I go to my boss, I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Why is this kid getting paid like 20 an hour? He's like, well, he's not paid 20 an hour, he's paid really close though. I'm all like, you've got me fucked up. Like, how are you gonna have me do all this big work, yet you're gonna bring him in at more pay and does way less than I even do? So my boss like kind of is like, okay, yeah, I'll get you a raise. I'll get you close to him. And I'm like, I don't want to be close to him. I want to be more than him. Like, this is BS. Or else you could have him do all these jobs I'm doing. Well, I get my pay raise. I get bump up from 16 to like 18 an hour. 18, 9, no, it was 18 an hour. And I'm just at that for a minute. I'm like, all right, whatever. Fuck it. It's better than nothing, but still bullshit. Well, eventually, one of our employees, our main diesel guy, ends up getting fired because he had like a lot of medical stuff going on. It wasn't in work for like a month. So my boss is like, we're just going to let him go. This is way better in the end. We don't need him here if he's not even going to be here. And it's like, you're not paying him, so why not just keep him? But whatever. And they brought another diesel guy in and hit... So we had two diesel guys. One who quit or put 2 weeks in, went to go work at a different shop, who then switched to a different shop. When he left, we brought another guy in to replace him. Well, when they fired the main diesel guy, they ended up bringing on another guy to replace him. And this guy was a complete mess up. This guy couldn't do anything right, kept messing up every job, kept breaking a lot of stuff. And he was supposed to replace the diesel guy. He never touched diesels. Thank God he never touched diesels, because after a few months, he wasn't even there that long. Oh, my bad. He wasn't there that long. He just had a lot of stuff going on, mental issues, personal issues, and those issues really started to show, and he had the cops called on our shop twice. And on the second time, he actually got arrested, and my boss told him, if cops come to the shop, this is after the first time, if cops come to the shop again, you are fired. That's it. We cannot be having this. You know, like any owner would say, like, hey, I can't have cops here. Like, not that I'm hiding anything, but having cops here at the shop is not a good look, and we have a lot of traffic that goes by. This is not a good look for us if we have cops here. So he gets arrested. Like, the first time he wasn't arrested, he just put down a police report. He's fine, whatever. They let him go. Second time, he did some stupid stuff, like really stupid, like just, you should have just walked away, but you messed up. Well, he got arrested. My boss is like, this is done. Whenever the hell you were out, whenever you were done, you need to come collect your tools. I don't want you here anymore. I don't need you here anymore. So when he was let go, my boss comes to me and he's all like, hey, I know you saw we just lost so-and-so. Can we push you up in a position? And this means I'm taking on way more responsibility. I gotta do way more work. I actually gotta do real work, not just simple breaks and simple little fluid changes and stuff. I say, yeah, that's not a problem. Actually, I would love to do that. I'm gonna need a raise. You're not gonna be paying me 18 an hour to be doing diesel tech stuff. And he's like, no, we will get you a major raise. So I went from 18 an hour to 25 an hour, which is good. That's substantial, but diesel tech work is not a 25 an hour industry. Diesel tech start at 30, 32 an hour, the bare minimum for a diesel tech. So I'm in this position for almost a year. Once again, I was there for 2 years, a little over 2 years when I was moved up, and my 3 years would be coming up soon, but I didn't stay long enough. You know, I was doing this work, I was doing good, I enjoyed it, it was cool. But then at the end of last year, we have our pretty much our foreman who is retiring. He's all like, I'm done, I'm 70 years old, I've got enough money to live the rest of my life. I'm not going to work anymore. I'm just going to, you know, enjoy my life, work on my project cars, and just go explore and do stuff. So on his final day, they introduced a new guy who came in to do just a bunch of normal work. And we already have 2 lube techs, and anyone else we can add to the roster is better, especially people who know what they're doing. Well, you know, our old guy leaves, they bring in this new guy. And from the start, every job I was doing was taken away from me and given to this new guy. So literally, I'm seeing in front of my eyes that they hired someone else and pretty much just replaced me. It wasn't like, oh, we could split jobs between you. No, it was 100%. Yeah, David, you're not doing this anymore. Give it to so-and-so. So I got absolutely fed up, you know? It's like, dude, why? For like a month, I get it. People are going to be like, well, this is only a month. It wasn't that bad. This is the most boring month of my life. And I was also going to be people saying, well, you were just paid to stand around. Why are you going to complain? Because I've spent a lot of money on all my tools. I've spent a lot of time learning how to do all these jobs. I've spent a lot of time learning how to perfect these jobs and do them in a better time manner. Like, they had me removing dash cams and GPSs from our fleet companies that were getting rid of their vehicles. What they would give an hour to do, I was knocking out in 10, 12 minutes, doing it right, making sure nothing was wrong, even cleaning up the glass. Even though they're getting rid of these vehicles and crushing them, I still cleaned up everything and did everything in 12 minutes was my record. And I would love to have seen if I could have did it faster. The only reason I had a 12-minute record was because the person who installed the camera before me ended up messing up and stripping a wire and puncturing it, putting it behind a screw, and it was just a whole mess up situation. I had to do more work, but had that not happened, oh, this would have been a 10-minute job easily. I had to spend like an extra 2 or 3 minutes fishing the wire out. Installing dash cams and the GPSs took me 45 minutes, as where it took other people like at least an hour and 30 minutes. And they took all these jobs away from me and gave it to the new guy. And, you know, it became weird that even as I was standing around doing nothing, they would give him a job that I could do. And then they would pull him off that job to do another job I could do. The whole time, I'm just sitting there not doing anything. And this goes on for 2 weeks. And I'm all like, dude, this is bullshit. This is fucked up. He's literally replacing me in front of my eyes. Like, I see him replacing me. Everything I was doing, he's doing. So I reached out to the old shop I was at that fired me. Let them know the situation. Let them know all the tools I have. Let them know all the experience I have. My boss is like, I would love to have you. He's like, I would take you tomorrow. There's one problem, though. I want you to go put 2 weeks in. It's like, just to end it on good terms. I don't want you messing up something that could possibly be better in the future. It's like, just put in 2 weeks and we'll take you instantly. And he told me too, if you put in your 2 weeks and they fire you, or they just decide we don't need you here these 2 weeks, then just come over immediately and we will take you. So I'm like, okay, fine, fair enough. I was at lunch. I get back from lunch and go talk to my boss. Hey, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. He's like, what? I'm like, I'm putting in my 2 weeks. I'm not working here anymore. This is BS how you've been treating me this past 2 weeks, pretty much. And he's all like, okay, good luck. Didn't give a fuck. Just let me go. I'm like, I would still stay there 2 weeks after I put my notice in, but it was like, I put my 2 weeks in on a Tuesday. The next day I went in and asked them, and these past 2 weeks I've been like, hey, do you have any work? Do you have any work? No, I don't have anything at the moment. And then an hour later, some bullshit little oil change would pop up on me. Okay, whatever, I do it, and I'd be dead the rest of the day. And during these 2 weeks, I went in on Wednesday. Hey, do you have any work for me? He straight out was like, no. I'm like, okay. And I walked out to my bay. Didn't do anything that whole day. I'm not gonna lie, I pulled out my Nintendo Switch. I started playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I didn't give a fuck. I was playing Pokemon Go. I was playing fucking Switch, my Vita. Or the fuck was keeping me entertained? I'm like, you're not giving me any work. I'm like, my area is clean. You're not giving me any work to do. Sounds like a you problem. You can let me go right now. I'll fucking go over to the new place. So that's going on. And they end up giving another coworker a dash cam and GPS to install in a car. Once again, it takes me 45 minutes to do. It took him 3 hours to do it. After which, after 3 hours, he gave up, got mad, and had the boss come finish it for him because he didn't want to deal with it anymore. And the worst part is, one of my other coworkers went up to him joking around. What's taking you so long? David would have had it done in like 30 minutes. He got mad. Well, then fucking have David come fucking do it. I don't want to do this shit. And I'm all like, yeah, no. I'm not gonna finish the job after you fucked up and you're taking forever. Well, finally, my 2 weeks are up. I'm all like, I got to my boss at the end of Wednesday where our pay period ends. I'm like, is there any point in me coming in these next 2 days? He's like, no. I'm like, cool. I'll be in tomorrow to grab all my tools. Came in that Thursday in the back of my little Volvo wagon. It took me 3 trips. I unboxed my cart, my small it's like a small box I'll show you guys when I do my video, and my big box. Pulled all tools out, put everything away, took it to the shop. Didn't say anything to anyone as I was pulling all my shit. I'm like, whatever, you guys are working. I'm not gonna be here funny. So come in Friday, pick up my check. Boss isn't there. I'm like, all right, cool. Say bye to everyone. Then as I'm leaving, I see him. I'm like, nah, fuck you. You ain't getting shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I know it sounds petty. At this point, if I could have that ship sink, if I could have that shop go under, I absolutely would. Just at this point, with the way he's treated us, the way he's treated the other coworkers, past coworkers, I'm like, bro, you were not a good boss. You were shitty. You were terrible. If I could have this place go under, I absolutely would. I mean, you know, I've been at this shop for a month now, and within a month, I've learned way more than I ever did in my 3 years at the other shop. So it's been a huge upgrade. We're given bonuses if you flag a certain amount of hours. We're getting bonuses. We're getting overtime. Overtime was a huge issue. At our last shop, you didn't get overtime. It doesn't matter. Like, I got robbed of a lot of overtime. There was a point in 2022 when my daughter was born where I was going in early because a coworker was taking 2 weeks off on vacation. I think he was like in Alaska for his birthday with his parents. And mind you, this guy's like 50 years old, but whatever. He's gone for 2 weeks. I'm coming in early. I'm taking half lunches and I'm doing all these oil changes by myself. And I'm staying late till everything is closed up. I should have flagged a lot of overtime. I didn't see a single cent of overtime. Not once did I ever get it. My boss would come to us on asking us if we wanted to work Saturdays. Never asked me to work Saturday. The only time he would ask me is if I missed a day. So like if I wasn't there on Wednesday, hey, do you want to come on Saturday? You know, I'll pay overtime. It's like, no, you won't. You only asked me today because you know you're only going to pay me for 4 hours instead of 8 hours. You're not going to give me any overtime. So I never came in. I came in twice, and both times I should have got overtime. Didn't receive a single bit of it. And I'm all like, yeah, no, I'm not coming in on the weekend anymore. You've got me fucked up. You're not going to pay me. You were just doing this because you know you could get away with it. Yeah, how about fuck you? You come work. At our new shop, we get lunch every Friday. It's a whole better atmosphere. They're actually using me, and not using me in a bad way, but actually using my skills, my knowledge, and everything to actually do work. I'm doing suspension parts. I'm doing a bunch of stuff, and it's been great so far. I have no complaints. You know, I had to completely rebuild like not the frame, but like I had to do a lot of suspension parts on the passenger side of like a Ford Focus because it was extremely messed up. Let's see, they've already taught me how to do alignments, how to turn rotors, and a bunch of other stuff that I never would have got at the other shop. I even brought a coworker over from the past shop to the new shop, and I told him straight out, I'm like, hey, this is going to be a better thing for you. Like, one, the other shop is not doing good financially. I don't want to fucking bag on someone. I could care less for the boss, but it's just like, and mind you, the original owner of the building and the person whose name is on it, you know, my original boss ended up leaving to Tennessee 2 years ago. These past 2 years, the other boss has taken over and it's just gone completely downhill. For a while, we weren't getting our oil. We weren't getting our old oil taken. We weren't getting any new oil to use. Our used coolant wasn't getting taken, and we weren't getting any more universal coolant. We were behind on so many bills. It was just really bad financially. That was the main thing that was also getting me out the door. I'm like, this ship is going to sink. I am not trying to be a part of this. So I went to the new shop, and I reached out to a coworker that I was cool with, and I'm like, hey, do you want to come work over here? Like, you know, we have a position for you. They will take you instantly. They know what you can do, and they see what you they're willing to train you. Do you want to come over? He put in his 2 weeks. He just came over Thursday. He's absolutely loved it. They give him like window motors to do on a Honda Civic Si, and he even straight out told me, he's like, I never would have did that at the last shop. And I said, no, you never would have, and you're not going to. Like, that shop is not going to teach you anything. They're not going to fucking give you big jobs. They're not going to do any of that. I'm like, here, they want to train you. They want you to learn stuff. You already know how to do tires. They're going to train you how to do brakes. They're going to train you how to do other stuff, so that way you could also do more. And in the future, if you wanted to leave, they will let you. They're not going to fight you. They're not going to hold you back. Like, but they will, you know, ask, hey, is there anything I could do? You know, can we give you a raise? Is that what you want? Or what can we do? But they're not going to hold you back like the other shop. That's just going to be like, whatever. Because as soon as he put his 2 weeks in, 20 minutes later, they had his replacement already at the shop working. So I told him, like, dude, is it even worth you coming in your last 2 weeks? Like, they already showed you they replaced you. Are you really going to work? And he decided to kill his last 2 weeks like I did, and then came over. But it's just, yeah. At this point, I went from one shop, got fired there, went to another shop, left there, and came back to the original shop, all still at my same pay rate. And they're like, hey, we're going to bring you in, no problem at what you're asking of 25 an hour. And it's like, if you show us that you can do more, we will honestly bump you up when the time is right. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, getting a bunch of better bonuses. I get benefits there. I haven't signed up for them yet, but I'm like, we get benefits there. At our last shop, we didn't get benefits, and benefits we did get were extremely overpriced and weren't even worth it. So new shop has been a breath of fresh air. We're 100% closed Saturday, Sunday, which is cool. But if we needed to go down, do personal work on a vehicle, we can. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I felt I needed to make this video to show like what I've been through the past 3 years, explain why like YouTube videos have stopped, because yeah, I was primarily a gaming channel on here, but now I'm trying to move on to more mechanical stuff. In my 5 years in this industry, I definitely could say like there's a lot of tools I recommend. Like I already have a bunch of tools I highly recommend, and when I do my box tour videos or my videos where I show off the tools I have, I'll talk about tools I recommend, tools I don't recommend, you know, what is worth it, what you could probably find cheaper, what you should absolutely avoid. Because now that I've spent easily hundreds of thousands of dollars buying tools I did when I was in the diesel tech, I'm not going to use any of them anymore. Like I already know for a fact that these tools are going to waste. So it sucks, but it is what it is. I've got, like I said, I plan on doing an unboxing and eventual review on a light for work that I've had my eyes on. I'm gonna go pick it up tomorrow. I have 3 tour videos of my shop, like showing off like 3 different sections. One video is gonna be longer than the other, one will be super short. And then from there, I don't have plans for any other videos. It's just gonna be, hey, I know this job takes 4 hours to do, but if you do this, you could save yourself some time. Oh, you don't need to replace this. Like when I have knowledge on a job, I want to bust out my camera and my tripod and start recording. If these videos do good and I see that gain traction, I've thought about buying like a little neck camera or something to like start recording videos on better. I would love to do like more point of view videos, like probably chest rig or something, and show off like what I'm doing, you know, showing off some just basic tips. Pretty much if these videos gain traction, I do plan on upping my budget and upping what I record with. For the time being, it's just going to be all off my phone. But if I see like, oh shit, people actually want these videos, like, you know, they're getting views, then I will continue doing them. I will up what I use. I will slowly make it better. If none of this works out, then I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I don't make any money off these videos, but I know people say, oh, it's when it comes to YouTube, views aren't important. That is true. But at the same time, do you want to upload content that you know isn't going to get views? Is it truly worth it? No. If your videos aren't getting discovered and not getting watched, then there's absolutely, I feel, no point in doing them. So we'll see. Hopefully I could add a new twist to certain videos and we'll get views. But yeah, guys, besides all that, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I don't know what video is playing in the background. I've got no idea. It might be Payday 2, it could be Borderlands, I don't know. But I will find a video. The point is, the video isn't important. It's more about the audio. So if you had the video playing out in the background, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time when I have more videos. Till then, have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Bye.